I come in, I introduce myself, good morning, say hey to everybody. And then our routine is to set your cart up. And after setting the cart up, you go and you pull your trash. We have 32 rooms as a housekeeper to take care of. And after you set your cart up, you knock on the patient door, introduce yourself. I'll just go in, Barbara, my name Barbara, I'll be your housekeeper for the day. Then I will write my name on the chalkboard so they'll know EVS that I will be the housekeeper. And while I'm doing it, I'll just get to talking to the patients, asking them where they're from, how they doing. And then during that time, I'll get to know a little bit about them, and then I'll tell them about myself, like where I'm from.
I go in and I say, hi, my name is LaShar Springs. I'm your housekeeper today. I take out their trash. I come back and I sanitize their surfaces. I clean their bathroom. I restock their supplies. And I ask them, is there anything else that I can do for them?
We don't inflict any harm. We don't ask you for anything. We're only there to clean and sanitize your environment. So oftentimes, people feel very comfortable to share even some of their most inner secrets and thoughts and feelings with us because the walls are down.
A lot of them will tell you just their whole life history and whatnot, and it's really amazing. And like I say, the one with the wheelchair, we were sitting in his room all day, and we just got to talking about the way the world's going on right now and just how, you know, and we got talking about the Lord and all of that. And it was, well, like I say, I was in his room probably at 15, 20 minutes just talking about the way the world is and the Lord and whatnot.
I have a friend. I call her friend now because she don't have a lot of family around. Every day when I come in, I was trying to engage with her and make her feel better, make her feel like she's not alone. And for Christmas, New Year's, and Valentine, and Mother's Day, we still talking. She told me that we need the doctors and the nurses, but sometimes other people within another department can bring a sunshine in the room when they need it.
I came in contact with a lady. She had an LVAD, and before she was adamant about not getting it. And I was just like, you know, you have this little baby at home who needs a mom. Now she's at home, you know, she can be there with her baby. She can watch her child grow up. So I feel like I helped her with that process because, like I said, she was adamant about not getting her LVAD. She's like, no, I'm not doing this. I don't want it. And every morning I'm like, come on, you gotta get this done. We have to. You have to be there for your child.
I think of them, many times, and the things that they had gone through. I have a prayer cloth that the mother gave to her son one time, and when they was discharged, I say, here is the prayer cloth that you left. He say, no, you keep it, you know. And so what? And I keep that on my bed. It's a little piece I got on my bed, I keep that. And I always, you know, got different prayers and stuff on.
On my floor, we do a lot of dinners and potlucks and stuff. And sometimes, you know, we'll be in the room and I will let the patient know that, hey, I cooked some collard greens or I cooked fried cornbread or potato salad because I'm a country cooker. Last week, we had a dinner. So the patient was like, I haven't had no fried cornbread since I was a little boy. I said, you want me to bring you a plate of food? He said, yes. He said, oh, I could use a good plate of food. And I had the okay from the nurse. I made potato salad and fried cornbread, collard greens. He said, I've never ate no food like that in my life.
A patient came, it was in children. They came and I think they didn't have enough, like money-wise. So I collect some money to make sure they had some food to eat. And at that time, I even asked EVS, did they have some meal tickets for them? And we fed the family, and they was happy. And I love that.
Oh, I'll never forget this patient. Oh, wow. The family members, you know, they were there on a daily basis, especially her sister. And at times, her brother will be there, mother, you know, in-laws. They were in a smaller room. And I realized that it was so crowded. And one day I did discharge cleaning in one of the larger rooms. And I asked the charge nurse if there's any way they could, you know, move this family member to that room. And the charge nurse did it. She transferred them to that room, and they were so happy. They're like, Lorna, this is all because of you.
I think she's 96 years old, the lady was. So I go in there, and she was just as smart as a whip. She got a good mind. And so we were sitting talking, and then her son, he was sitting in there with her. And he was telling us about they live in the country. And I'm like, yeah, I said, well, I know y'all got a garden out there. He said, yeah, we were planting a garden. He said, my mama, it's a collard seed that they have. I said, I try to plant a little garden too. So they said, well, we have these special cabbage collard seeds, and we're gonna bring you some of these seeds back. And he called me last week. He said, Miss Barbara, is you still up there on the floor? And so he said, well, guess what? I got you your collard seeds like I told you you're gonna have them. And I was happy about them, because you know what I did with them? Since the season broke, they're in the ground. Hope I do get some cabbage collards.
They're fascinated with my accent, so they're always asking me where you're from. And when I say Jamaica, then we talk about food, we talk about music. Sometimes the patients and I will sing together, like Bob Marley, Don't Worry About a Thing, and we'll sing together, don't worry about a thing, 'cause every little thing is gonna be all right, and they'll sing with me.
One doctor, at one time, it was a patient. Well, I really don't like to think about it, but told me to go in there and talk to this patient. So I'm taking a little more time with this patient. He was giving up. He was not fighting with condition or whatever it was that he had. He was just giving up, and she wanted me to go in there and talk to him and to uplift him, to give him something to fight about, you know, to help fight, because sometimes people give up. He listened to me. I could tell in his eyes the way he moved his eyes, because he was a prisoner, you know. And I talk, I say, you know, everything that you done, ask the Lord for forgiveness, or so what? But you still living, and when you go back, you start telling them, bring other people up that's in there and help the younger folks out that's in there.
Hago diferentes cosas. Hago housekeeper, hago intérprete, les ayudo a lo que es la lactación. A veces a las mamás le digo yo, mira, ponlo así, o de cualquier manera que ellas se sientan, o sea, le digo yo a ella, esto yo lo mismo pasaba con mi niño. Cuando una mamá está muy cansada, yo veo que tiene su bebé en sus brazos, y yo llego, usted sabe que hay mamás que a veces se quedan de repente. Entonces yo a veces vengo yo y le digo yo, mamá, pon tu bebé en tu camita. Como la semana pasada estaba una bien cansada y le digo yo, mamá, disculpa, te voy a subir esto, porque ella estaba así como media dormitada y el bebé lo tenía, y dice ella, no me había puesto a pensar que se me puede caer. Entonces lo que hice yo fue levantarle y ponerle una almohada. Le digo, y así está más segura. Y yo me siento más tranquila.
Son muchas las emociones en este lugar. Día con día hay personas felices porque acaban de ser padres por primera vez, o tal vez hay otra en otro cuarto tristes porque acaban de perder a un ser querido. Cuando yo recién comencé a trabajar acá, yo llegué a un cuarto y el paciente estaba sentado en la orilla de su cama, y yo estuve hablando con él. Él se miraba perfectamente bien, estuve hablando, limpié su cuarto y ya me moví al siguiente cuarto, limpié otros 2 cuartos más, cuando de repente un código blue, azul que llaman, y eso quiere decir que alguien está mal, vienen todos, y tal vez 10 minutos después el paciente ya no respondía. Esa fue una situación un poco triste y muy difícil, porque fue la primera que yo experimenté. Fue un poco difícil, pero hablando con los compañeros, y ellos me dijeron de que cosas así yo tenía que estar expuesta cuando yo estaba trabajando acá, que poco a poco yo me iba a ir acostumbrando a ser más fuerte, que era normal cuando es primera vez.
Sometimes I get upset, I just hum, and it brings peace to you, and you can get yourself kind of relaxed. So what? Get up like a fresh start.
Yeah, oftentimes what happens is a housekeeper will build up a strong rapport with a patient. Someone who may be with us for 2 days, they may be with us for 2 weeks, they may be with us for 2 months. And our housekeepers probably more often than not have no idea something happened with that patient until they return to work the next day. And then they're kind of left to deal with it with their other housekeeping mates, so to speak, or housekeeping management. What'll happen is this is basically how it gets communicated. I know that person was in room 611, and now they're not. But that's where it becomes vitally important that if you do have these huddles, then you know. And there's no guess in that, because it is talked about, you know, kind of throughout the unit, and everyone knows, and it's not like we're segregated from the group.
It takes a toll on me. Yeah, it does. Because you get so familiar with them, you know, and you watch them deteriorate. It kills me. It really hurts. Family members are there, you know. Sometimes they're the one, as a matter of fact, most of the time they're the ones that are telling me that such and such passed, and then we hug and console them. It's really hard though. It's really, really hard working on that unit. Sometimes I'm like, I have to get off this unit, but I stay because I really like the nurses there. They're very great. They work with me, and you know, we're like a team up there, so it's okay.
Lo que yo hago en mi área no solo es housekeeper. Yo hago eso, muchos detallitos que a veces quizás hay personas, mi supervisor no se da cuenta que yo las hago. No solo limpiar, como se dice. Conversar con el paciente también ayuda mucho. A veces están deprimidas, a veces hay mamás que están llorando, y a veces yo les digo, ¿quieres un vaso de agua? ¿O quieres que traiga un vasito de agua? ¿O estás bien? ¿O quieres que le hable a tu enfermera? Todo eso son pequeños detalles que uno hace.
This person is here for a reason. They're sick, seeking their healing for a reason. And are we not engaged? Are we not thinking about that actual human being that's in that bed versus I need to give this person their test. I need to make sure that they receive this. I need to get these things. And we really need to just take a few minutes out of every time that we have an interaction with someone just to check on their true well-being.
But you have to take those few minutes to listen to them. And sometimes that's all the people want to do is to be listened to. They get a lot out of them when you just listen to them. Sometimes not talk, you don't have to say that much, or so what, but let them do the talking.
I became to love it. Like, I even started going to school for a healthcare career because since working in the hospital, it's really gotten me interested in the hospital setting, because being a housekeeper has made me grow to love patients, healthcare, interaction with patients, interaction with nurses, interaction with the whole hospital staff.
I just mix it all up.